Alright guys, but you can't guess where I'm at. Wow, look at the water on the field. So I'm back at the High Lie. I'm gonna drop a few of these in here every now and then. Well, I'm gonna be practicing. I'm gonna try to practice almost every day till April. So I hope you guys don't mind me dropping quite a bit of my practice in. Just it's more about my work ethic towards stuff that I want to accomplish. We're gonna have a little conversation about why we do things, you know. So I want to talk to specifically a couple of the YouTube creators about why you developed your channel. You know, metal detecting isn't a channel you can get rich off of unless you're D Almighty or you know, Chigger or a couple of the higher level ones. And how do you get there? How do you get to that point? What do you have to do? I wouldn't call D Almighty a metal detector. He just barely got his Equinox, or not Equinox, the X-Cal this year, and then he, you know, he's what he is because he's an extremist. The same with Chig. So what do you want out of your channel, and why are you, you know, what are you doing to accomplish the numbers that you want, or to be getting paid the numbers that you want to get paid? So would you quit your day job to detect relic hunt full time? So that's kind of a question I've got for you. Check it out. I think I did the ibis. Can you even see them? No. Why is that all painted out like that? There you go. So I'll see you in a minute. Guys, I just realized why I'm not playing a professional sport anymore. Because I'm probably closer to 50 than I am 40. No, I am closer to 50 than I am 40. So I'm gonna be playing it's a national tournament. It's not an amateur tournament. It's the US National. So that's in April. So it's 4 months away. The prize pool is pretty nice. It's kind of what intrigued me a little bit. But this is the second practice I've had in a few months. I came down to Florida a year ago to try out to play. Apparently I was too good for the roster that I tried out for, and they wanted to develop a roster all together as one group of individuals learning to play, and they did a good job. The 2 years, I mean, that these guys have been playing, they've developed a pretty good roster together as a whole. So it was a good idea, and they're all about similar, you know, they all have about the same amount of skill. But that's the second time I practiced it's been a few months, and I played 3 games. Won the first game singles, not handily. And then a kid that I trained, Kyle, I gave him some tips throughout his childhood. I knew his father before he was even born. Just pretty much whipped up on me. And I'm a smack talking, I mean, if you guys think you can beat me with metal detecting at the beach, I'll call you out, because there's nobody better with the Equinox 800 at the beach than me. So if you think you're better, I'll call you out here on film now. A lot of people are laughing, thinking that they're better at metal detecting at the beach than me. They're not. Maybe with their Sand Shark or some sort of machine that they think that they've got some sort of skills with, or the CTX 3030 guys. I still haven't had one of those yet, and you guys don't want me to have one of those, because if there's a number like, you know, 1238 that's gold and 1235 that's a pull tab, man, I'll walk 30 miles, you know, in one day and pull 3 1238s. So right, so you can't see that. You see that in the background there? It's been raining like 3 days straight. It wasn't supposed to rain. Now it looks like it's gonna rain. The field that I was here yesterday, here, I'll show you the tree. This is where I was yesterday. The park has become, I don't know, that's not supposed to be a pond. I guess what it will do is force me to stay near this edge. And I'm thinking that that's probably where the best chance of coins will be anyway. All right, so I have the detector on. My settings are just, I was just gonna coin shoot. I don't know, I'll have to see. You guys have got to hear this sound. Oh my goodness. Let me go ahead and stop you for a second. All right, so you guys got to hear what this sounds like. Just on a normal like Park 15, right? So listen. Can you see the display? Listen. Where was I just at? Can you guys hear all that chatter and noise? Let me come over here. Like 10, 13, 10, 10, 8, negative 5, 13, 7, 11. Wow. I guess I was standing in an ant pile. That's not good to start the day right out with some mad fire ants biting on you. Right? 13, 15, 20, boop, 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 boop. 20, 11, 14, 2, negative 2. 12, 1 I might dig. Right? A 1, 2. I don't even know. That's like a lake. That's crazy. I don't even know what to do. I'll come back, see if I feel like even being here. It's kind of crazy. Hey guys, so I really haven't done any relic hunting yet. I've pretty much only hunted at the beach. My first machine was the AT Pro. I paid for the AT Pro in the third day. I found this giant 22 gram 15 diamond ring. And the thought of relic hunting, like I'm a history guy, like the thought of just being in an area or touching something that somebody hasn't, you know, touched in 100 years or several hundred years, just, I don't know, makes my heart, it's hard to explain. Like I can't breathe the thought of, you know, you're the next person to touch something after it's been laying there for that long. It's just weird. I can't explain it. I know that some of you understand what I'm saying. So I'm back at the same park and I've got the settings. I set the settings, you know, I'm all the way up here just shooting the high 22. I even shut the 20 21 off, so I'm 22 and above. And I got this, you know, it was a 24, very like a sideways chirp. I put it on all metal, and then I gave it, it was like a 21, 22. Well, I dug it up thinking it was a penny, because this is a good area for pennies too. And it's a lawnmower key, right? That's what that is. A lawnmower key, or some sort of ATV lawnmower key, maybe even a locker key of some sort. And the thought of how did it come about that a lawnmower key is right here, you know, right here by this tree, that just the sheer volume, or the people that must have been at this park for there to be a lawnmower key at this spot. So when you come across a ring, the odds of you coming across a ring in a park like this are really just slim, you know. There's been hundreds of years of people here, but what are the odds of somebody losing a ring where you swing your coil across it? So this is why I metal detect, guys. Just the thought, the history, the story behind how an item became lost is just very intriguing to me. So I don't know. This is a park where you could come pick a 50-foot by 100-foot section and do it for a week and pick up everything and most likely find something valuable. This is an area, a very wealthy area in St. Petersburg. It's by the pier. There's the pier right through the trees. Okay, so I started slowing down a little bit, taking a breath. I got the sensitivity out of 10. It's, you know, 2 scoops deep. The ground's wet, so it's like easy digging. I came over to the sidewalk a little bit so that I could just get away from the water. I found what, it was a 16, and it was a 16-15, and I'm thinking, all right, I'll dig it. It was a nickel, a 1980 nickel. Okay, here's the story. Look, let me put the nickel away. Now look. Now there's a 28. This was a 16, guys. Not chirping to 30, not a 13 that the nickel just showed me when I laid it out on the ground. This was a 16, a 15, 16. The nickel's a 13. I just laid it over there on the ground and was like, oh, maybe I was not seeing what I was seeing. And no, the nickel just read at a 13 where nickels read. And now the hole's showing me that there's something else. It's going all the way up to 29, so I'm thinking that maybe somebody lost a quarter and a nickel right here. A Lincoln. Looked like a stinking Lincoln. So the hole was, you know, 4 inches deep, and then I went down into some sort of, you know, was it like 1985 that this happened? Oh wait. Still a little deeper. Probably the quarter that, like, it was a change spill, right? Guys, when I do stuff, I invent stuff. So I've got an invention for a shovel with a hooked end. All right, I'll be back. So there was a nickel, quarter, penny, and that thing in this one hole. So you can't even imagine how hard a park must be to hunt, right? I mean, that's got to be it, because there was a quarter signal. Obviously you saw some penny signals, and then the nickel. So all that equaled to a 16 when I started. How crazy is that, guys? If you're digging, see, now this is the crazy part about the Equinox. I don't even know. You just got to dig everything. You just got to dig everything. Okay, so I'm starting to get better. It's taking me a minute. And maybe if I just dig the 13s, the solid 12 13s, it'll be fun. Maybe, you know, when you see a quarter or a solid 24 or a dime, I don't know, I'm getting better to pick the solid numbers instead of, you know, there's a lot of 10s, which is can slaw. But I've seen, you know, and I've heard of valuable things coming out of 10s, so. Okay, now I'm starting to enjoy myself a little bit more. That was a 12-13 solid. You can tell the nickels almost, right? 12-13. Wow, it's got a chip out of it. Wouldn't that be cool if that was like a $12 million nickel? But I'm getting better. Also picking some older trees. I'm familiar with the sound of can slaw from the beach, so I'm trying to associate, you know, the 11, 10, 11s can slaw sounds, and then not picking that and being a little more 12, 13-ish. There's a storm coming in. It's been raining forever here. Sucks. I'm just starting to have a good time and I'm gonna have to leave. But I'm gonna try to post a video a day. I've got some tips for you guys, so, and it's not about metal detecting, it's about your channel. Very cool. So it was a 15-16, but a good 15-16. So maybe I'm starting to figure this out. There you go, guys. Quick wrap up. Yep, that's how fast it was. No, just kidding. This is a bell. Looks like a bell maybe off a bike. Very cool. Not sure. You know, a couple pieces of can slaw cap that rings up at 24. Couple Stinkins. Couple Rosies. The 3 nickels, a quarter, and then the key. You saw me dig the key. Yeah, here's the $12 million nickel. That doesn't look like a post-production error, guys, so I'm gonna have to look at that closer under the loop. But this is some of the things that I want to talk about later in an episode where you guys are just gonna have to hear me talk. Not that you don't just listen to me talk anyway, but if you want to expand your channel other than just a few hundred viewers, metal detecting isn't that large of a niche, right? So if you want to attract, you know, a larger audience, you're gonna have to figure out how to do it. And they're not coming to see us metal detect because it's pretty boring to some people. They're coming to see our finds. So if you found a $12 million nickel, I promise you your channel would go from 100 viewers or 100 subscribers to 10,000 subscribers overnight. So you're gonna have to figure it out. You're gonna have to figure out what the viral content is that you need to put into your videos. And that's pretty much, you know, I'm an advertising guy, so anybody that needs help with their channel, hit me up. I'm gonna do some things in my channel that is probably gonna change my channel here rather quickly. So I'll help you with that. I'll collaborate with most anybody. So if you guys want to, you know, hit me up. I'm on Instagram at Vermont Derek. Please subscribe and share. I know it's hard for us to share because we don't share. Who shares a video after seeing it and saying, wow, that's great content, I'm gonna call Jim, I'm gonna send it over to Jim and see what he thinks. You know, we share kittens, you know, we share the fact that somebody lost their dog, but we don't share metal detecting videos. So just as like a brotherhood of metal detector, you know, send somebody this video, and if you think that they can learn from Vermont Derek, just, you know, subscribe and like and all the good stuff. Thanks for watching.